Okay, so we all know that a fast website is a good website, right? But what if I told you that the actual line between a booming success and a total failure is measured in milliseconds? We're about to dive into one of the most powerful ideas in web performance, and I want to start with just three numbers. Don't even try to connect them yet. Just let them sink in. First up, 53%. Got it? Just hang on to that number for a second. Next, we have this one, $2.5 million. Yeah, that's a pretty big number. And finally, the one that ties it all together. 3 seconds. That's it. So, 53%, $2.5 million, and 3 seconds. What on earth is the story these numbers are trying to tell us? Well, here's where it all clicks into place. Google's own research found that 53% of people on their phones will just leave your website if it takes longer than 3 seconds to load. 3 seconds. And that $2.5 million? Well, for your average mid-sized online store, making your site just 1 second faster can be worth that much in extra sales every single year. A single second. That's the staggering cost of being slow. But you know what? It's not even just about the money. It actually goes a lot deeper than that. So why do we get so frustrated with a slow site? It turns out it's not just us being impatient, it's literally biological. Our brains are wired for instant cause and effect. You click a thing, the thing happens. But when you click a link and nothing, it just kind of short-circuits that old wiring in our heads. And when that happens, something really damaging starts to happen on a chemical level. And I mean a measurable physical stress reaction. We're talking about cortisol. That's your body's main stress hormone. It's the same stuff that kicks in when you're in a fight-or-flight situation. And after only 3 seconds of waiting for a web page, your brain starts pumping it out. You are literally stressing out your visitors before they've even seen a single thing you have to offer. So, how does that stress actually turn into action? Well, it looks like this. See, at 1 second of load time, the bounce rate, that's people leaving, it's pretty low. But watch what happens at 2 seconds. Whoa, it almost quadruples. And by the time you hit that 3-second mark, you've already lost more than half of your potential audience. You can see how that little spike of stress immediately turns into a decision. Nope, I'm out of here. So the million-dollar question is, how do we fix this? The answer isn't just about trying to make everything faster all at once. It's about being smarter. It's about figuring out what your user needs to see first and getting that to them, like now. And that brings us to the big idea for today, the critical path. Okay, in plain English, think about what you see on a web page before you even think about scrolling. You know, the main title, the big image, the menu at the top. Critical path optimization is basically the art of telling the web browser, hey, ignore all that other stuff for a split second. Just load this part first. By getting those visible essentials on the screen immediately, you create the feeling of instant speed. And that's what stops that stress reaction and keeps your visitor hooked. Now, critical path optimization is definitely the star of the show, but it really shines when it has a strong supporting cast. Professional speed solutions will almost always combine it with a few other key tricks. Things like smart image compression, which makes your photos load super fast without looking blurry. Or lazy loading, which is a clever way of not loading images at the bottom of the page until you actually scroll down to them. And advanced caching, which is like telling a visitor's browser to remember parts of your site so it doesn't have to download everything from scratch on their next visit. Put them all together and you get a genuinely lightning-fast experience. I know, this all sounds incredibly technical, and trust me, doing it all by hand, it is. It used to take whole teams of expensive developers just constantly tweaking code. But today, the game has totally changed. It's all about automation now. And the difference between the old way and the new way is, well, it's kind of staggering. Just look at this. The old way meant paying a developer something like $150 an hour. And the worst part, as soon as you add a new product or a blog post, all that manual work starts to break down and your site gets slow again. The automated way, though, gives you a 457% better return on your investment. Why? Because it's always on, 24/7, watching your site and re-optimizing it in real time. It's a true set it and forget it solution. And you know, the best part is just how simple it's become. You really don't need to be some kind of coding genius. The whole process is basically this. You add one little line of code to your website, the system's AI instantly applies all those smart optimizations we just talked about, and then you just sit back and watch your speed scores and your sales go up. It's built for business owners, not for developers. So let's bring this all back home, back to you. We've talked about the psychology, the technology, the money. Now it's time to think about your own website. And I want to leave you with just one final question to really think about. And I'm serious, this isn't just a rhetorical question. You can actually calculate this based on your website traffic and how much your average customer spends. For a lot of businesses, even a 2-second delay can mean hundreds of thousands of dollars in lost revenue over a year. Every single second your visitors have to wait is another drop from a leaky buck. And really, that's the bottom line. In today's world, speed isn't just some nice feature to have. It is the foundation of everything. It's what decides whether your website is a powerful engine actively growing your business, or if it's just a leaky bucket losing you customers and cash with every single tick of the clock. The choice is yours.